Welcome to our Mock Interview Pro series. Today, we're diving into the world of Active Directory, a key component in managing IT environments. Whether you're just starting out or looking to hone your skills, these interview questions will help you shine. Let's kick things off with our first question about teamwork in resolving complex Active Directory issues. Can you share an experience where you worked with a team to tackle a challenging Active Directory problem? This question is all about seeing how you collaborate under pressure. Employers want to know if you can effectively work with others to solve difficult issues. Here are some points to consider when crafting your response. Pick a specific incident where teamwork played a crucial role. Describe the complexity of the problem in detail. Highlight the roles of each team member, including your own contributions. Walk through the steps you took to resolve the issue. Conclude with the outcome and any lessons you learned. Now, let's look at an example. Answer to bring these tips to life.
In a previous position, our team faced a major problem with user account permissions following a failed migration. I took the lead in coordinating with the network and security teams to evaluate the situation, ensuring open communication throughout. Together, we decided on a rollback strategy which not only restored access swiftly, but also improved our future migration approach.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Active Directory. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Tell me about a time when you disagreed with a coworker on an Active Directory implementation. How did you handle it? This question assesses your conflict resolution skills and your ability to communicate effectively and collaborate with others. Consider these strategies when formulating your answer. Select an example where the disagreement was notable and relevant. Focus on how you articulated your perspective respectfully. Emphasize the value of collaboration in resolving the dispute. Describe the constructive steps you took to address the disagreement. Share any positive outcomes or lessons learned from the experience. Let's explore an example to illustrate how you might handle such a scenario.
During a project aimed at restructuring user groups in Active Directory, I disagreed with a colleague who proposed broad access rights. I voiced my concerns about potential security risks and suggested we gather the team to discuss the issue. By presenting best practices and data, we reached a compromise that balanced security with user needs.
Describe a situation where you led a project involving an Active Directory migration. What challenges did you face? This question aims to gauge your leadership abilities and how you manage challenges during a project. Keep these pointers in mind as you craft your response. Begin with a clear overview of the migration project. Highlight specific challenges such as data integrity and user access issues. Discuss your leadership role and the strategies you employed. Share the outcome and any improvements made post-migration. Use metrics or feedback to back up your success. Here's an example. Answer to help you frame your response.
I led an Active Directory migration from an on-premises setup to Azure AD. One major challenge was preserving user data integrity. I collaborated with the IT team to devise a thorough plan, utilized scripts for data validation, and conducted user acceptance testing. The migration was completed ahead of schedule, and the feedback from users was very positive.
If you discover a user's account has been compromised, what steps would you take to address the situation? This question evaluates your ability to respond to security incidents swiftly and effectively. Here's how you should approach your response. Immediately disable the compromised account to halt unauthorized access. Inform the user of the breach and advise them on safe practices. Investigate how the account was compromised by checking logs for suspicious activity. Reset the user's password and guide them in creating a secure one. Implement additional security measures, like multi-factor authentication. Let's go through an example so you can see how these tips come together.
First, I would disable the compromised user account to prevent further access. Then, I would notify the user about the breach and advise them to avoid sensitive activities. I'd review the logs to determine how the breach occurred, reset the password with their input for a stronger one, and set up multi-factor authentication for added security.
How would you handle an audit that reveals outdated or unused Active Directory accounts? This question is designed to see how you manage and secure Active Directory accounts, especially in terms of compliance. Consider these steps when constructing your answer. Cross-check audit findings with account activity logs for accuracy. Identify accounts that have been inactive for a set period, like 90 days. Reach out to account owners to confirm the necessity of the accounts. Document the process and reasons for disabling or removing accounts. Ensure compliance with organizational policies and security standards. Here's an example to demonstrate how to handle this situation.
Firstly, I would verify the audit's findings by examining the account activity logs for inactivity. Then I would flag accounts inactive for over 90 days and contact their owners to confirm if they're still needed. After gathering all necessary information, I document the process and disable or remove the accounts following our security policies.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.